Australia's biggest trade partner, China, has threatened economic retaliation, ramping up tensions between Beijing and Canberra. China has imposed anti-dumping measures on Australia wine in a latest trade retaliation. The temporary measure by China is in response to substantive harm caused to the relevant domestic wine industry. China has blamed Australia for unfairly dumping wine into its market. It has imposed provisional anti-dumping measures on Australian wine imports. Starting Saturday, importers of Australian wine will now have to pay a whopping tariff ranging from 107% to about 212%. Australia has 10 days to appeal this decision. The decision has further escalated diplomatic tensions between the two countries. Australia has responded defiantly to China imposing anti-dumping tariffs on its wine, saying that it was deeply disappointing. Australian Agriculture Minister said that the country plans to vigorously defend its multi-billion-dollar wine industry from new punitive Chinese tariffs. And it will certainly exhaust all avenues available through the World Trade Organization. This has raised the threat of countermeasures through the World Trade Organization.
China's decision today to impose tariff on the wine industry is deeply disappointing and disproportionate. And in light of their recent comments, it would give the perception that these imposing of these tariffs are relating to other matters rather than any wrongdoing by the wine industry. If that is the case, that would be in contravention of the trading rules that Australia undertakes with all nations that we have free trade agreements and expect to be treated in return.
This is a devastating blow to those businesses who trade with China in the wine industry. It will render unviable for many businesses their wine trade with China, and clearly we think it is unjustified and without evidence to back it up.
According to Australian government data, wine exports to China hit a record $900 million last year, making it the biggest market by value for the product. Shares of Treasury Wine Estates Limited, which owns the popular Penfolds brand, sank more than 11% on the news. Subsidiary Treasure Wine Estates is now subject to duties as high as 169.3%. The relations between the two countries have turned bitter since Canberra called for an inquiry into the COVID-19 pandemic and has already suspended some timber and beef imports.